Welcome back to my channel Liberty Old Coin Art channel, where we uncover the hidden treasures that might just be sitting in your drawers, forgotten boxes, or old collections. Today, we're about to take you on a journey into the fascinating world of one of the most iconic British coins, a piece that connects history, beauty, and value like few others. So sit back, relax, and get ready to explore something truly golden from the United Kingdom's royal legacy. First up, we are talking about the UK 1943 pence coin, a remarkable coin from an extraordinary period in history. This coin was produced during the reign of King George VI, at a time when the world was in turmoil, right in the middle of World War II. It's not just a coin, it's a relic of resilience, minted when Britain stood strong and proud despite the chaos surrounding it. The 1943 pence coin wasn't an ordinary coin at all. It marked the transition from the traditional silver threepence to the more durable brass 12-sided coin that could withstand daily use even during wartime shortages. The Royal Mint created it from nickel brass, giving it a distinctive yellow-gold color and a unique feel in hand. The design itself was a masterpiece. On one side, it proudly displayed the crown portrait of King George VI, symbolizing unity and leadership during difficult times. On the reverse side, you find the image of a thrift plant, a small, beautiful coastal flower that symbolized hope and endurance. Every detail of this coin carried meaning. Now here's the exciting part. The 1943 pence coin wasn't produced in massive numbers. While millions of British coins were made for circulation in other years, 1940 saw limited minting due to wartime metal demands. That's one reason collectors hunt it down with passion today. When you hold this coin, you're literally holding a piece of British wartime heritage. Imagine the hands it might have passed through: soldiers, shopkeepers, mothers buying rations, children saving for a better future. Each coin tells a silent story of courage and survival. Today, collectors all around the world are searching for the 1940 UK 3 pence coin because of its rarity, condition, and historical significance. Even though it's small, its worth in the collector's market is growing every single year. If you own this coin, you have something that's not only valuable in money, but priceless in history. The special wartime minting process, the striking 12-sided shape, and the vintage brass shine make a showpiece for serious collectors. Many coin experts and historians have said that the 1940 issue stands out as one of the most distinctive British coins of the 20th century. The demand for well-preserved specimens is especially high, especially coins that remain in uncirculated or near-mint condition, shining just as they did more than 80 years ago. Now let's talk about value, and this is where things get exciting. A regular circulated 1943 pence might sell for around $50 to $150, depending on its condition. But coins in pristine, uncirculated condition, with sharp details and full luster, can go for much higher. Some extremely rare mint state examples have been reported to fetch up to $1,200 or more at collector auctions. But the magic doesn't stop there. Coins with minting errors, like off-center strikes, misprints, or unusual metal tones, can skyrocket in value. Those pieces can go for thousands of dollars because they represent something unique, something no one else in the world owns. Collectors love coins like this because they combine art, history, and value. The 1943 pence is a perfect example. It's a piece of the past that still shines in the present. Every serious coin collector dreams of adding one to their collection. If you ever come across this coin, keep it safe. Store it in a protective case, avoid cleaning it with chemicals, and get it graded if possible. A professional grading service can officially certify its condition and authenticity, which could significantly increase its value. And remember, you're not just keeping a coin. You're preserving a symbol of endurance, a golden story from the heart of Britain's wartime era. That's what makes it truly priceless. So whether you have one coin or a handful of 1943 pence coins, treat them as treasures. Each one holds potential, both historical and financial. And who knows, the one sitting quietly in your drawer could turn out to be worth a fortune someday. In the world of coin collecting, discoveries like this don't happen every day. the thrill, the beauty, the connection to history. That's what makes it all worthwhile. And the 1940 Three Pence coin captures all of that in one tiny 12-sided masterpiece. So hold on to your coins. Keep your eyes open for hidden gems and never underestimate the power of history in your hands. The UK 1943 pence coin is living proof that sometimes small things carry the biggest stories and the biggest rewards. Next coin, the UK 1942 3 pence coin, stands as a gleaming reminder of strength, endurance, and national pride during one of the most challenging periods in British history. This coin was minted in the midst of World War II, under the reign of King George VI, at a time when every piece of metal, every ounce of effort, and every symbol of the nation carried great meaning. It was more than just currency. It was a message of hope and resilience during wartime Britain. The 1942 Three Pence coin was produced from nickel brass, a durable alloy that replaced the earlier silver versions. The reason for this change was simple yet historic. Silver was desperately needed for the war effort, and Britain had to conserve precious resources. Thus, this 12-sided yellow gold coin was born, a design that would become iconic for generations. The obverse side of the coin displays a strong portrait of King George VI, his image representing the spirit of a nation standing firm. On the reverse, the thrift plant design blooms, a delicate yet powerful symbol of endurance and hope in tough times. This coin wasn't just used for transactions. It was a daily reminder of perseverance during war. Every 1942 Three Pence carries that wartime legacy. When you hold one, you hold a piece of British history, a small token of courage that circulated among soldiers, civilians, and families holding on to faith through dark days. That alone makes it an incredibly meaningful and collectible coin today. In terms of rarity, the 1942 edition is highly sought after by collectors around the world. Although a fair number were minted, not many have survived in pristine condition. Many coins were heavily used in circulation, which makes high-grade, well-preserved examples extremely desirable and valuable today. The coin's design, metal composition, and historical background all add to its charm and collectability. Collectors adore its 12-sided shape, a shape that made it easy to distinguish by touch alone, even in dim light. It's a brilliant design that combines functionality with historical artistry. Now, let's talk about the value. The UK 1942 3 pence coin can command impressive prices depending on its condition and rarity features. A common circulated piece might sell for $40 to $80, depending on the wear. However, coins that remain sharp and shiny, those in near mint or uncirculated condition, can easily reach $250 to $500 in private sales or auctions. In recent years, collectors have shown growing interest in wartime issues, which has pushed the value of these coins upward. If the demand continues, which it likely will, the 1942 Three Pence coin could become even more valuable in the future. Experts believe prices could double or even triple over the next decade as pristine coins become harder to find. Some special coins, such as those with striking errors, double die features, or unusual color variations, can go much higher. Exceptional specimens have been known to sell for over $1,000 when authenticated and graded by reputable organizations like PCGS or NGC. That's a serious reward for something that once bought a small treat during wartime. The growing popularity of coin collecting as a hobby, along with the appeal of British wartime memorabilia, makes this coin an excellent investment for the future. As the number of collectors continues to rise worldwide, the demand for coins like this will only get stronger. People who hold on to their 1942 Three Pence coins are not just keeping money. They're preserving a tangible piece of history. That's why it's so important to store these coins carefully, preferably in a protective capsule or coin holder to prevent scratches or oxidation. Every little bit of preservation can help maintain or increase its future value. One of the reasons collectors value this coin so highly is because it represents more than just metal. It's a symbol of the British spirit. It was used during rationing in shops, in homes, and in the pockets of millions who endured wartime uncertainty. Each coin carries those untold stories within its edges. There's something truly magical about holding a coin that has witnessed so much history. You can almost imagine the hands that once passed it, the moments it was part of, and the times it survived. This emotional connection is what drives collectors to pay top prices for the 1942 threepence. Looking at market trends, we can safely say that this coin's value will continue to rise. Coins from the early 1940s, especially those in perfect condition, are being snapped up by collectors faster than ever before. As supply decreases and interest increases, the price will naturally go higher. If you ever decide to sell one, consider getting it professionally graded. A coin graded as MS, mint state, can command an astonishing premium compared to an ungraded one. A certified, flawless example of a 1942 threepence could realistically sell for as much as $1,500 or more, depending on the buyer's enthusiasm and the rarity of the strike. There are stories of collectors discovering forgotten wartime coins in family boxes or old tins, only to find out later that they were worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. That's the magic of coin collecting, the thrill of discovering value where others might see only metal. So yes, the UK 1942 3-pence coin absolutely holds value now, and its future potential is bright. It combines beauty, history, and scarcity, the perfect trio that defines a truly collectible coin. As time goes on, these coins will become even rarer, pushing their prices even higher. If you already own one or more of these coins, hold on to them. Keep them safe and watch their worth grow over time. This isn't just a coin. It's a timeless treasure, a piece of Britain's proud history, and a shining opportunity for those who recognize its power. The 1942 threepence coin stands as proof that sometimes even the smallest things can carry the biggest stories and the greatest rewards. Its legacy continues to inspire collectors, historians, and dreamers alike, turning a simple piece of brass into something truly golden in value and meaning. Next coin, the 1943 UK 3-pence coin, stands as one of the most fascinating pieces in British coinage history, a coin that tells a story of wartime Britain, royal legacy, and timeless value. This beautiful coin, struck during the reign of King George VI, is more than just a piece of metal. It's a living connection to the World War II era, and today it continues to attract collectors and investors from around the world who recognize its importance and potential. This coin was minted in the year 1943 when the United Kingdom was in the midst of World War II. Every coin struck during this time carried the mark of resilience and endurance. The coin is 12-sided, made primarily of brass, and features a crowned portcullis on one side, symbolizing strength and security, a design by George Kruger Gray that has become iconic over the years. On the obverse side, the portrait of King George VI reminds us of the royal leadership that stood strong during one of history's most challenging times. The UK 1943 3-pence is considered a treasure for both its design and the history it represents. Collectors admire its unique shape, its wartime story, and its connection to the British Empire's strength. While millions of coins were made, those in mint or uncirculated condition are becoming incredibly rare today, which pushes their value to impressive heights. In today's collector market, a pristine 1943 3-pence coin can sell for hundreds of dollars depending on its condition, luster, and historical appeal. Some rare, perfectly preserved specimens have been known to fetch up to $450 to $800, and in exceptional cases, even higher if the coin carries a unique toning or error pattern. The value has continued to climb over the years as more people realize the importance of preserving wartime relics like this one. This coin is in high demand among both UK and international collectors. Thousands of enthusiasts are actively searching for the 1943 3-pence because it represents a combination of heritage, craftsmanship, and scarcity. Online platforms, coin shows, and auction houses frequently feature this coin, and bidding can be quite competitive, showing how many people truly want to own this piece of history. Even though it was once a small denomination coin used for everyday transactions, today the 1943 3-pence is treated like a royal artifact. It carries immense sentimental and monetary value because it connects directly to the heart of British culture and the spirit of wartime endurance. Each coin, when held in hand, gives a sense of pride and nostalgia, taking you back to the 1940s when every coin mattered in rebuilding a nation. The brass composition gives the coin a golden glow that makes it stand out in any collection. Over the decades, most coins have lost their shine, but those that remain bright and well-preserved are incredibly appealing to collectors. The demand for coins with minimal wear, clear design details, and sharp edges keeps increasing, ensuring that the value of this coin will continue to grow with time. Unlike many modern coins that are produced in massive numbers with little story behind them, the 1943 Three Pence holds emotional depth. It's a piece that tells a story about courage, about how even in times of war, art and design continued to flourish. The fact that this coin was circulating when Britain was standing strong against global challenges adds immense emotional value. Experts believe that as historical interest in the World War II era continues to grow, the worth of this coin could reach impressive new heights. Collectors see it not just as a piece of currency, but as a tangible connection to a defining era. If preserved carefully, the maximum price of the 1943 UK 3 pence could soar up to $1,200 in the coming years, especially for coins graded as uncirculated or mint state. For those who already own this coin, keeping it sealed, clean, and away from air and moisture is the best way to preserve its value. Over time, collectors who have maintained their coins properly have seen remarkable increases in their market worth. Coins with original shine and sharp details are always the most sought after. The 1943 3 pence is often seen as a symbol of British endurance and craftsmanship. Each edge, each engraving, and each letter tells a story of the Royal Mint's dedication to excellence, even during a time when the nation was facing war. Holding one is like holding a piece of courage and resilience itself. Many new collectors dream of finding this coin in old collections or family treasure boxes. Its golden hue and royal design make it an instant eye-catcher. It's one of those coins that immediately commands attention and admiration. Its historical depth makes it a perfect collectible not only for British numismatists, but also for global coin lovers. The growing interest in vintage and wartime coins means that this coin's value will never fade. Every year, its importance grows as more people begin to understand what this small but mighty piece of metal truly represents. Because of its strong market demand, owning even a single 1943 UK 3 pence can be considered a long-term investment. Its value is expected to rise as time goes on, especially as collectors compete to own one of the last remaining well-preserved specimens. When we talk about value, it's not only the money this coin can bring, it's also the prestige of owning something with royal and historical significance. Collectors who display it in their cases know they have something that represents history, resilience, and national pride. The design itself is a masterpiece of simplicity and strength. The crown portcullis stands for power and unity, while King George VI's portrait embodies leadership and stability. Together, they make the coin both a work of art and a statement of strength. Even among experienced collectors, the 1943 3 pence remains one of the most discussed and desired coins. Its shape, its story, and its symbolism make it unforgettable. Every year, the number of these coins in perfect condition decreases, and that scarcity pushes the price further upward. If you ever find this coin in your collection or come across one at a market, know that you're holding a piece of history worth hundreds, maybe even thousands, of dollars in the near future. This coin's journey from wartime circulation to collector's treasure is nothing short of extraordinary. So yes, the 1943 UK 3 pence coin is truly valuable, not only in its dollar worth, but in the story it carries and the future it promises. Keep it safe, keep it proud, and one day it could bring you a remarkable return, both in value and in pride of ownership. Next coin's the 1946 3 pence coin of the United Kingdom is a fascinating and important issue in British numismatic history. A coin born of transition and scarcity, and today regarded as a prized collectible by many. In 1946, the British government made a key shift. The threepence coin was struck in brass rather than the previous silver alloy, making 1946 the first and only year in which the brass version of the threepence was produced. This change in metal came in the aftermath of World War II, when silver was in high demand and scarce. The war had forced mints and treasuries around the world to economize. Britain was no exception. The 1946 threepence thus represents a turning point, the last of the old silver-using tradition and the dawn of base metal coinage for lesser denominations. The coin is 12-sided at the dodecagon and carries the effigy of King George VI on the obverse. On the reverse side is usually the inscription 3 pence in a thrift plant design, a motif used during that era. Because of its unique status as the only brass threepence, the 1946 issue is often referred to as a key date for threepence collectors. That term, key date, means that among a series, this particular year tends to be harder to find in quality states, and thus commands greater attention and premium. Many collectors specifically look for 1946 in high grade as a centerpiece of their George VI threepence collections. In terms of rarity, the mintage for the 1946 brass threepence was relatively modest compared to the enormous mintages of more common years. As per numismatic sources, the 1946 threepence under catalog KM 849 is a recognized collectible in the series. If you search online auction platforms, you'll see listings of 1946 threepence coins. Many are sold in circulated or used grades, but a few are offered in excellent condition or under professional grading. On eBay, one listing shows a 1946 threepence XF grade, offered for about $251. Another listing describes a rare key date, 1946 threepence listed for $275. In the UK market, an NGC-graded MS-63 1946 was auctioned for about £260 at a specialist auction. According to all coin values, typical values for this coin in various grades in British pounds are VG very good, £2 F fine, £7 VF very fine, £30 EF extremely fine, £170 almost uncirculated £440, and uncirculated £560 plus. So, in top condition, this coin can fetch hundreds of pounds or several $100s, making it indeed quite valuable. Given this, many collectors and investors consider the 1946 threepence a smart coin to own. Its value is not trivial. It's not just a few dollars, but in better condition, it can command sums in the low to mid hundreds of dollars or more. The difference between a worn example and a sharp, lustrous specimen is dramatic. If you have a 1946 threepence, you might ask, where can I buy one and where could I sell mine? You can find examples on auction sites, eBay, heritage auctions, UK coin specialist auction houses, in coin dealer inventories, especially British or Commonwealth coin dealers, and at coin fairs or shows. For selling, specialist auction houses or reputable numismatic dealers are often preferred because they attract serious buyers and yield fairer prices, though they also take commissions. When you consider holding onto the coin or selling it, the key is condition and preservation. If your coin is already in good shape, you may want to hold it. Its rarity and demand may increase further with time. In general, coins preserved with original surfaces, minimal wear, and no cleaning fetch the highest premiums. Sealing, i.e., encapsulating in a protective holder, especially through a third-party grading service like NGC or PCGS, can help guarantee authenticity and condition grade to buyers, and often helps a coin achieve maximum value in auction or dealer sales. A sealed, graded coin typically commands a better price than the same coin loose in a box. So yes, if you aim for the maximum value, having the coin professionally graded and sealed is highly recommended. Even though some lower-grade 1946 threepence coins are relatively affordable, the truly valuable ones are in top, uncirculated, or near-mint condition. Those are rare. Because the coin series is popular among British and Commonwealth collectors, demand is strong enough that high-grade pieces often draw competitive interest in sales. One must always keep in mind that the numismatic premium, the extra collector value, far exceeds the metal value for this coin. The brass content is not very valuable by itself. The true worth lies in scarcity, condition, history, and collector demand, not the metal. Given the unique brass status, the historical turning point status, and its demand as a key date, the 1946 Three Pence stands out as a trophy coin in the George VI Three Pence lineup. Its story gives it emotional and heritage value over and above its cash worth. If you do decide to sell, prepare good photographs showing both sides, edges, condition, any nicks or wear, and ideally get a professional coin dealer or grader to authenticate it. That builds buyer confidence and helps drive toward top pricing. On the other hand, if your coin is already in a strong grade, holding it could be wise. As fewer pristine specimens survive over time, their scarcity will continue to push prices upward. A collector seeking completeness will always pay a premium for that 1946 piece. So yes, this coin is valuable. In a strong state, it commands several $100s or pounds. It is not a trivial collectible. It's a serious contender in British coin collecting. If you keep it sealed, graded, and in excellent condition, you maximize the potential return. Next coin's the 1952 UK 3 pence coin is one of the most captivating pieces of British numismatic history. A coin that symbolizes the final year of King George VI's reign and the end of an era before Queen Elizabeth II took the throne. This coin is not just an old piece of brass. It is a historical treasure that collectors cherish for its rarity, beauty, and connection to a monumental time in Britain's royal legacy. This coin was struck in the year 1952, a significant period marked by change and transition in the United Kingdom. It was the final coinage year under King George VI, who passed away in February in 1952. As a result, very few coins were minted that year, making the 1952 3 pence an extremely desirable coin among collectors and historians alike. Every single piece represents the closing chapter of a great monarch's legacy and the dawn of a new age under Queen Elizabeth II. The coin was made from brass, featuring its signature 12-sided shape, a design that stood out from the round coins of other denominations. On the obverse side, the coin displays the portrait of King George VI facing left, with a Latin inscription Georgiv 6D, G, BR, Omen, Rex Fidei Def, meaning George VI by the grace of God, King of all the Britons, defender of the faith. The reverse side shows the crown portcullis, a symbol of power and protection, surrounded by the words 3 pence and the date 1952. This coin carries immense historical importance because of the year it was minted. Britain was still recovering from the effects of World War II, and the Royal Mint was producing fewer coins due to reduced demand and the economic strain of post-war rebuilding. As a result, the 1952 issue had a very low mintage compared to other years, and that scarcity directly contributes to its high value today. Collectors and investors recognize that coins produced in smaller numbers almost always appreciate in value over time. The 1952 3 pence is a perfect example of this. It's not only a low mintage coin, but also the last one struck during the reign of King George VI, making it historically priceless. Because of that, collectors view it as a key date coin, a rare gem that completes any serious British coin collection. Even though the coin is made of brass and not precious metal, its true worth comes from its rarity, age, and historical story. The market for the 1952 3 pence is consistently strong because many people are eager to own a piece of history connected to the end of the George VI era. In today's collector market, the value of a 1952 3 pence coin varies, depending on its condition, but the upper end of its potential value is incredibly impressive. A well-preserved, uncirculated specimen can sell for as much as $1,200 or more in auctions, especially when graded by top certification companies like NGC or PCGS. Even moderately circulated coins have been known to fetch between $200 to $400, and the demand keeps increasing as fewer coins remain in excellent condition. The coin's rarity makes it a popular target for collectors in both the UK and internationally. Online auctions and coin fairs often see fierce competition when a 1952 3 pence appears, as everyone knows how difficult it is to find one in pristine state. Each coin tells a story of transition, a moment when the old world was ending and a new chapter was beginning. Owning this coin is not just about the money. It's about holding a piece of royal history. Every detail on the coin, from the crown portcullis to the regal profile of King George VI, represents strength, resilience, and leadership during Britain's challenging post-war years. This historical significance adds emotional value that increases its market worth even further. Experts predict that as time continues to pass, and as fewer coins remain in top condition, the price of the 1952 3 pence could rise dramatically. Some numismatists even suggest that in the coming years, high-grade examples might reach up to $1,800 in value as global interest in vintage British coins continues to grow. If you're lucky enough to have one of these coins in your possession, it is strongly advised to keep it sealed and preserved. Exposure to air, moisture, and handling can reduce its grade and thus its potential value. Storing it in a protective case or having it professionally graded and encapsulated will not only maintain its shine, but also guarantee its authenticity to future buyers. Selling such a coin should be done through trusted channels. Professional coin dealers, major auction houses, or online numismatic marketplaces like Heritage Auctions or eBay with proper certification are the best places to sell. These venues attract serious collectors who understand the value of this coin and are willing to pay a premium for it. Many collectors around the world are actively searching for the 1952 3 pence because of its beauty and historical background. It's one of those coins that instantly captures attention, whether displayed in a collection or held in hand. Its warm golden color and sharp design make it a centerpiece in any numismatic showcase. What makes it even more special is that it's not a coin you simply find in circulation or old change boxes. It's a treasure, often discovered in old estates or inherited collections. Those who come across it are often surprised to learn its true worth and historical importance. The combination of rarity, royal legacy, and timeless craftsmanship gives the 1952 3 pence its undeniable charm. It represents the end of one royal reign and the beginning of another, symbolizing change, hope, and continuity in British history. So yes, the 1952 UK 3 pence coin is absolutely valuable, financially, historically, and emotionally. Its rarity makes it a gem among collectors, and its story gives it life beyond its brass composition. If you own one, you hold a small but powerful piece of royal history worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars. Keep it safe, preserve its brilliance, and remember that such coins only grow more precious with time. The 1952 3 pence stands as a shining symbol of heritage and value, a coin that proves that sometimes the smallest things carry the greatest worth.